Hello class 12, welcome to history lecture. Today we are going to start our topic, the Battle of Buxar and the causes that actually led to the outbreak of the Battle of Buxar. So we will see the causes of the Battle of Buxar. First thing that we need to remember is it was fought in 1764. This was the year when the Battle of Buxar fought. But before the Battle of Buxar, the final battle, before this many events took place and many wars were fought that actually led to the Battle of Buxar. So the first thing we will see is that the relation between Mir Qasim and the English East India Company was never cordial. This was the main factor or the main cause behind the outbreak of the Battle of Buxar. So what we will see is that in this context, the main reason for which the relation between Mir Qasim and the English was not cordial or estranged was due to the duty-free tax or the dastak. Dastak, which allowed, it was in permit actually. Dastak means the permit. Remember this, dastak means the permit for duty-free trade. Dastak means the permit for duty-free trade, and this dastak became the main factor that actually led to the conflict or estranged relation between the Nawab of Bengal and the English East India Company. So this dastak was issued by Farrukhsher in 1717 that we have already read, and we see that the English was continuing free trade in Bengal. They were not paying any duty or tax for trading in Bengal. And this was causing huge loss of revenue for the Nawab. So this was one factor, that the Nawab was suffering huge loss of revenue because the English merchants, the English East India Company was not paying any tax, any duty. Also we see that because of the use of this dastak, the indigenous traders or the Indian traders could not compete with the English East India Company's merchants. They were also suffering a loss because while the English East India Company was trading for free in Bengal, the Indian traders or the Indian merchants had to pay huge amount of tax for those products and they were suffering loss. So in this situation, what we see is that the relation between the Nawab and the English was already estranged because the Nawab wanted the English to come to a settlement and to give some amount of tax. The Nawab called for a meeting, gave the invitation to the English East India Company so that they can come to a settlement. But we see that during this time, the English East India Company completely ignored the call of the Nawab. This was also a humiliation for the Nawab that the East India Company completely ignored him and did not pay any heed to the meeting invitation that he gave. So this created a conflict or estranged relation between Mir Qasim and the English. Also another factor from the beginning, if we notice, Mir Qasim was a very independent man. He was a man of independent spirit. So he didn't like the interference of the English in his administration. But the English were keeping him as a puppet. They were interfering in the daily administrative affairs of the Nawab. This was not liked by the Nawab, and from the very beginning he was against the English East India Company. Moreover, we see that this trade which the English East India Company was carrying on in Bengal, they were not paying any tax. The company was not paying any tax. Moreover, the individual traders, not the company, the individual traders who are coming from England, they are also trading for free. They are also using the dastak. Individual traders are also not paying any tax. Thus the Nawab was suffering huge loss. So when this was the situation, the Nawab took a drastic decision. He made a plan which angered or annoyed the English to a great extent. When the Nawab saw that the English East India Company is completely ignoring the Nawab and not paying any attention or not paying any respect to the Nawab declared that all the articles will be traded for free. No duty will be charged on any articles. Not only for the English traders but for all other traders. For Indian traders also, all the articles could be traded for free, no tax. So when this was allowed, when the Nawab allowed this, Nawab was suffering a loss in revenue, that is correct. But as he was already allowing the loss, already suffering the loss, he allowed this. Now when he allowed that no tax will be collected from any of the traders, that angered the English. Because English were not paying any tax, that was a profit for them. Now along with the English, the Indian traders are also not paying any tax because the Nawab has made all the articles duty free. Indians are also not paying any tax, other traders are also not paying any tax. So this made in economically or in trade relation, all the powers were equal position. On the same footing, Indian, European, all traders came. As they were giving the same position, the English became annoyed because the English wanted to maintain a higher position as compared to the other trading other merchants of other countries. So when they saw that their position has been equalized with other traders, they got annoyed and they were looking for an opportunity to fight a battle or to depose Mir Qasim. And in this situation, what we see, they actually declared war against Mir Qasim, and Mir Qasim was defeated in this battle. That is the Battle of Gheria, in the Battle of Udainala, many battles were fought, and in all this battle, Mir Qasim was defeated by the British, because we know that the British soldier was much more superior. So Mir Qasim was defeated, and Mir Qasim did not consider this defeat as the final defeat. Thus he fled to Oudh, and from Oudh he started collecting alliance. He formed alliance with the Nawab of Oudh, Shuja-ud-Dawla, and he also formed alliance with Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. So Shuja-ud-Dawla of Oudh and Shah Alam, the Mughal emperor, formed alliance with him. And when this alliance was formed, then the British became very much skeptical of Mir Qasim, and they became sure, and they also declared the war against Mir Qasim. So thus the Battle of Buxar broke out, and we see that Mir Qasim and Nawab of Oudh, Shuja-ud-Dawla, and the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II was on one side, and on another side there was only the English. So thus we see these are the causes for the outbreak of the Battle of Buxar. But one thing we need to remember, that the Battle of Buxar, here also the British single-handedly defeated the combined forces of Bengal Nawab Mir Qasim, Nawab of Oudh Shuja-ud-Dawla, and the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam II. Thank you.